At some point, the historic rise in the stock market over the past 13 years will come to an end. The question is, will your investments be ready for that moment? We've got Jonathan McCoy, partner and lead advisor at Market Advisory Group, with us today with some steps that you can take to make sure you are protecting your investments. So, Jonathan, what should retirees do if that historic rise does come to an end?
Well, the key that we always focus on is have a plan ahead of time. Ultimately, we know that stocks are not going to continue going up by double digits every single year like they have for the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Right, not possible.
Right. So when that comes to an end, some people, I mean, I feel like we've been lulled to sleep by the market a little bit, but when we have these dips like we've had at the beginning of 2022, like we had back in 2020 when COVID shut the economy down, it's sort of the market tapping us on the shoulder as a reminder that, hey, things are not always going to be so rosy. We reiterate with our clients every single day that it is appropriate, important to have a more proactive strategy so that you can have some sort of protection in place and make sure that you can continue providing income in retirement even through a major market downturn. A lot of people forget about what most people call the or the lost decade, I should call it, from the year 2000 through the year 2010, where the stock market had virtually no returns for basically 10 years. It was a very difficult time for a lot of people to be retiring.
Yeah, a very long time too. So yes. For those with 401k accounts, do those provide protection when it comes to market drops?
Depending on the investments that you own, the majority of the time, no. Because 401ks are designed for you to invest in mutual funds. Those mutual funds are going to sort of ride the wave of the market up and down. You continue investing, and that's going to drive the majority of the growth. But when you get really close to retirement, what we call the retirement red zone, it's 5 years before and 5 years after retirement, major market fluctuations can have a significant impact on what lifestyle you're going to be able to live on that money that you've saved. So 401ks are not designed to pull you out of harm's way. Most people will see that if you think back to 2008, most people were losing 20, 30, 40, 50% of their 401k's value. If you had 10 to 15 years to let that account recover,
right,
you were okay. But if you're very close to retirement, it's a totally different story.
Yeah, that's scary.
It can be.
And we do have, of course, a viewer question for you. This one is from David B. He's wondering about the management of his 401k. David asks, can I move my existing 401k to you and still contribute to it via automatic deduction through my employer?
The short answer is yes. The majority of our clients, when they start working with us at Market Advisory Group, they will do what's called an in-service distribution. If you continue working, while you're in service or continuing to work, you can do a distribution from your 401k to an IRA, in other words, a rollover, and continue contributing to your 401k or your employer plan at work so you can keep getting the employer match. You can still invest in the same investments that you had owned in the 401k, but move some or if not all of that money to an IRA that you can more customize what types of investments that you're putting that money into. That's what our clients are relying on us to do, is having that more proactive strategy so that when the market goes through a major downturn, we're making adjustments essentially automatically based on a predefined strategy to help protect them against those risks.
Sounds like preparation is key to success.
Got to be ahead of the game.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. And to schedule a complimentary consultation and submit your questions, visit AskOurAdvisor.com or call 816-548-2000. They'll take your questions and even meet one-on-one free of charge. If you include your address, Market Advisory Group will even send you a free gift.